Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Northside Plow with Pop One Podcast here with another video for you guys. I wanted to do a video on some of the new decks for the OP-08, the 2 Legends One Piece card game. Decided to build a deck that a lot of people said wasn't going to be really that good in this coming up format, but I think it's actually just fine, and honestly, I think it's actually one of the most annoying decks that there is in the world. So, of course, I'm going to try to play it. It was just like my run with Enel. Enel is just not a good deck anymore in my opinion, so I had to move on. I took a peek at all the new leaders that came out in the recent set, and I chose to take a really good look at Charlotte Pudding. Charlotte Pudding is a very good leader in my opinion. She is a ramp deck and she uses the colors purple and yellow, so you get to throw a lot of good yellow cards in this deck as well as a lot of really good purple cards, including the few Big Mom pirates that are now in a purple color instead of their previous yellow color, but also using those yellow Big Mom pirates. It's a very cool deck. You get to ramp up very easily, so by turn 4 you can technically be closer to 10 Dawn than you ever would be. So using a lot of the Big Mom pirates from previous sets and a lot of the new ones, it's a very spicy one. I want to give you guys a deck profile today and then also show you guys some gameplay that I got from locals. There are some good strengths with this deck, but there are some very bad weaknesses as well, and we will go over that. If you guys like this video, go ahead and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out a lot, and we really want to get to that next level. Also, let's shout out our sponsors, Dueling Guard. Dueling Guard is your one-stop shop for all your TCG accessories, your deck boxes, play mats, anime art cards, all types of stuff. You guys can check them out, and when you check out, please make sure you use code POP1. You get a 5% discount. It really helps our channel out a lot. We really thank Dueling Guard for all that they do for us, so be sure to check them guys out, man. They are so awesome. Good stuff. All right, let's get into the profile. All right, Charlotte Pudding, the newest, one of the new leaders from the OP-08 2 Legends. So Charlotte Pudding is, when attacking, you may turn 2 cards from the top of your life cards face up, add up to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck, and rest it. So it's a really cool effect. The only downfall about that is your opponent gets to see your top 2 life, but you also get to see it as well. So you get to map out and see what you want to do based on plays just from seeing the top of your life. And there's some really good cards that go with this, so let's go over the profile. I did change 2 cards from the deck from recent locals, and we'll go over that at the end of the video. But pretty much this is the same exact deck that we played that night, and yeah, so let's go over the list. Alright, starting off, we have our first set of searchers. We are going to claim the One Piece. This really just picks up a Animal Kingdom pirate or a Big Mom pirate. Top 5, and it has a trigger to activate main effect, so it's really good to pick up them Big Moms. You really just want to pick up Big Moms with these. If you see 10 drop Big Mom, that is what you're searching for. If not, the 9 drop Big Mom or a Flampe 2K, it's a really good card to have at the beginning of the game and at the end of the game, so it's just one of your best searchers. It's kind of better than the Pudding. Speaking of the Pudding, we have 4 Pudding. Everybody knows this card from OP-03. Basically just search the top 4 for a Big Mom pirate or a Sanji, so you can pick up any Sanji card with this, so that's actually good. That can come in clutch as well, getting you a 2K from the Sanji. Alright, now we're going to play what really helps us ramp. So you want to go first and Pudding pretty much every game. If you can't go first, it really hurts you a lot, so try to win your dice rolls, because when you win your dice roll on your 3rd Dawn, you can go ahead and attach 1 swing, use leader effect to reveal the top life, go ahead and ramp up a Dawn rested on your 2, and you have 2 Dawn left. Go ahead and play this. Viola has 2 effects. You can look at your opponent's life cards and place them back into life in any order, or you can turn all of your life cards face down. You're putting this on the field, you have a blocker in play, and all your life cards are face down again, so next turn you can use Pudding's effect to ramp again. And it's not bad going ahead and having an early blocker, because you want to protect your life at all costs. You will be healing at the end game with your big 10 Dawn plays. You just kind of want to survive until you get to that point. Alright, another one that helps you ramp and is a nice body on your 6th Dawn. You can go ahead and activate Pudding's effect to ramp up 1, then play this. You may turn 1 card from the top of your life cards face down, so you'll have 1 face up anyways off of Pudding's effect, and then you can use that to go ahead and get a Dawn back by putting 1 of those cards face down. It's really cool, and having a 7K body on board is not bad either. Really is a little annoyance to your opponent. having that 7k, that magic number. Alright, another one that helps us ramp is 4 of the Mr. 2. Mr. 2 is just a good one. You know, you just play him and get an active Don off the rip. And when attacking, you can pick one of your opponent's character's power, and he'll copy their power plus whatever Don you have attached to him. And you can go ahead and get big swings off of that as well. His main job, though, is to just go ahead and ramp you that Don. So I really like this card. A lot of people say that they play other things. I think that Bonclay is the best way to go. Alright, we're getting into our counters. So we're going to start off with the Zero Cost. The Zero Cost is a really good card. You can discard this and another card from your hand and get plus 3k on a leader or character. And it has a trigger. If it is the last life in your life, you can just discard a card from hand and heal. So that is really clutch. It's very good in a last life situation, an in-game situation when your opponent thinks they have the game and this is just at the end of your life and you get another heal, so they have to swing extra. It really messes them up and it could win you the game. It's just that good. Our other 2k would be the Charlotte Flampe. She's searchable off pudding. She's searchable off all the searchers, so nonetheless you're going to get a 2k in hand. You're not really going to use her effect unless you just want the card that's in the life. I don't know. I never use it. I just think she's a good 2k, searchable 2k, and we love those. We like the searchable 2ks. Another searchable 2k will be the Sanji. He can be picked up off the pudding search. He can't be picked up off of the other search, but still, if you're in a situation, you have pudding, the 1-drop pudding, you go ahead and search. It'll pick up Big Mom or a Sanji. Picking up a 2k Sanji isn't bad, and he's a decent blocker. You're not going to use his other effect because you're never going to have 2 less on than your opponent, so he's just really a big blocker, but mainly 2k counter in hand. And then the last of our counters, it's just one of the best 2k counters in yellow, Capone Gang Beige. We love him to death. He's just a 2k counter. His trigger is pretty crazy. Up to one of your opponent's leaders or characters just cannot attack during the turn. So I can get him off trigger, activate effect, and my opponent's last swing that they're about to kill me with just doesn't get to attack. So it is another one of those situations where it helps you out a lot. Alright, let's talk about some of the bosses. So we have the 10-drop Ace, just a good body. Even if you're not at the 2 life, whenever you heal with them, you're not getting the rush. It doesn't matter. He's a body that can chill, so get the heal off of him and just let him hang out. Maybe they'll red rocket. I like to play this Ace before, you know, I start dropping Big Moms so they can't, you know, use all their stuff that they've been holding for so long to get rid of the Big Mom, because Ace is kind of just as much a threat. A 10k body is just a 10k body. It really does a lot, and getting the heal off of him is really good. And if you are at 1 life for some reason and you do heal up to 2, getting that extra rush 10k swing doesn't hurt in most situations. So he's just a good card. He might get bumped up one day, but I think 2 right now is just as good. Alright, another card that is new from OP-08 is the new Charlotte Linlin, the 9-drop. I like it a lot. It is kinda a mini Katakuri effect. You can send a 6 cost on your opponent's side of the field back to the top or bottom of life, so it's not that bad. A 9k body, really good, but it does have a heal effect to where you can send a Don back to the Don deck, discard a card, and heal. And then after you do all that, you can add one of your opponent's characters with 6 or less back to the life. I think it's cool. I use the send back effect sometimes, but it's mainly for the heal. And it's just a big body, 9k. Like I said, these big bodies are what's going to win you the game. And another way you can really win the game is just by slapping down a whole bunch of these. Like I said, you want to search for Big Mom constantly. You want to have at least 2 in hand. If you can't get 2 in hand, it gets very difficult. Just try to find them Big Moms the whole time you're searching. If the Big Mom's in your life and you don't have anything, let them swing life and take those lives, you know what I mean? There's a few cards that you could put in here, like Hiyori and the Whitebeard, the Newgate, but I took the Newgate out. You'll see in gameplay I do have him in the deck, but I took him out for another card, and we'll go over that in a second. It's just the key to this deck is getting the big moms and putting the big moms down, because if they waste all their removals to get rid of the big moms, that's fine. You have the 9 moms, you have the 7 Katakuris, you have the Ace. There's enough to do. You don't have to have the big moms. The big mom's body is good, but you really want them just for the effect to heal and damage your opponent's life. Once that happens, they did their job in my opinion, but having them on the board, and mind you, she is a 12, so it's going to be hard for them to remove this big monster. But get the effect off. Keep her on the board as much as you can. If you can't, that's fine. Play another one, get the same effect. They're not going to be able to kill all of them. And ultimately, if you get a nice motion going with the big moms, you'll be able to win each game. Alright, let's talk about 2 of the flex spots. Right now, I have the 2 Brûlée in the deck. I think it's fine. I think it's a good trigger. Like I said, I want to protect my life. I want to make sure that my life is healthy. And Brûlée helps that if she is in the trigger, I go ahead and hit the trigger and go ahead and put her on field, because the next swing will be getting blocked. And I don't have to waste cards from the hand. So just Brûlée is decent right now. I don't know if I would trade her out for anything. And it's just that if I would to trade her out for something, it probably would be like another 2K, maybe like a Monday or something like that. It's just one of those things that I like her right now, so we will play her right now. Alright, you guys know that I talked about earlier that I was playing the 7-drop Newgate from the 3 Brothers structure deck. In the gameplay, I'm still playing that card, but I decided to replace it just as like a little tech. It was my main flex spot. I don't know if I like the card, and I decided that I'm going to take it out for now and try something else. So I thought that there's not any removal in the deck at all, so there's a world where I just need like something that could come in clutch, and we are playing yellow, so it is casino time with the triggers. I decided to throw down the Onami. Onami is a beautiful trigger. KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. I think it would really help in the Doflamingo, the blue Dofi decks, and also maybe like the Zoro decks, the new animal Zoro with the choppers and everything. Getting a body out of the way never hurts, especially playing this deck. So we're gonna try the Onami and see how she does. But in the videos of the gameplay, we were playing the Edward Newgate. So just, I don't know. I just think Onami is gonna be fine and better than the Newgate. Usually the Newgate, I'm using them for fodder for the 0 cost, or I'm just not using him at all. He's a 1K counter. So we'll just, in my opinion, put a more necessary 1K counter in the deck. Alright, let's go ahead and check out some gameplay, and then we'll get back to you guys at the end of the video. Alright, so I believe that I lost the dice roll in this one. Yeah, so I'm going second. I go ahead and play that searcher just like we talked, and you know we're looking for. We're looking for the big mom. So I go ahead and add that to hand, pass. He asked me what big mom it was. He thought I was playing the 7 mom. I just told him no, I'm only playing the 10. He swings 6. And not playing against this leader except for like pre-releases, I kind of like forgot about his effect. I was like, oh damn, you're gonna swing another one? Let's go. Best leader in pre-release in my opinion. Alright, so now I'm at 4. I'm going to go ahead and mind you, this is my first time playing the deck IRL, so I'm kind of just reading cards and looking around. Play the Bonclay, ramp up, go ahead and attach 1 to pudding, use leader effect, and swing 6 at life. He takes. So now I'm up to 6 Dawn. So I'm thinking he's going to do that leader effect again. So I think I go ahead and counter out of this one with one of my 2Ks. Oh no, I use the 0 cost with the Viola. Alright, he plays, I think that's a Sanji. If there's like 3 rested Dawn or something, he gains power, so he swings pretty big with them at one point. Alright, I want to talk about this right here. So I end up playing the 6-drop Katakuri, but I only tapped 5 Dawn. I will give Brian the win for this game just because I kind of soft cheated him. I feel really bad about it, and I also let him know after I watched this video that I didn't do right. So I tapped 5 for a 6. The only difference I think it would have made in the game is that I did attach 1 Dawn to the Bond Clay when I swung with him. But first I activate Viola's effect to go ahead and adjust his life. I know he had a Zoro, the 9-cost Zoro, and a Hody Jones, so I pretty much put those guys at the bottom. I didn't want him to have those, and getting them late game whenever we're already in the situation really doesn't matter. So I have 1 extra Dawn I'm not supposed to have, that I'm not supposed to have active, and I feel bad about that. But I really don't think it would have changed the game that much. I still think he would have countered out of a 5 swing anyways. And yeah, but Brian said he was cool with it. I'd let him know at locals. Yeah, my bad, dude. So he goes ahead and gets rid of the Bond Clay. And he swings pretty big with this Sanji. So I have to read the card. I think he was swinging like 8 with the Sanji. So I went ahead and blocked with the Viola and passed turn. So now I'm at my 10 Dawn turn. With him only being at 6, I go ahead and swing 7 with the Katakuri, which I think I should have done like a leader check first. Yeah, I should have done leader check first, let him do whatever, but he has the Basil Hawkins on field, so it really doesn't matter. He's going to block regardless. He uses a 0 cost to counter out, and we go into a Big Mom play to where I gain a life and he trashes one. And you know, Big Mom's just a 12k big body, very hard to get rid of. It's just one of those monsters that is back to terrorize your locals. So he's swinging on me. He drops the Zoro, which is my weakness in green decks. Zoro is one hell of a card. But it's kind of late in the game, and I really don't have anything to answer it, so I really just kind of don't worry about it. I'm just focusing on life at the moment. I attach 1 to Pudding, go ahead and swing. He takes. So I know he has a Hody Jones and a Zoro as his last life, so I go ahead and play the 9 Mom, discarding the Sanji to heal, no target. Because I know if I were to target like the Basil, he would just rest one of my characters because he can't be removed from field. And so I just decide not to put anything back in life. Leaving him at 2 life with 3 bodies on board is fine, but with Zoro it's technically 6 bodies in a sense. So he's big, so I go ahead and get rid of the Basil. He's thinking on this one because now all of a sudden I have a 7, a 9, and a 12 body on board. And Zoro can swing 3 times, so it's one of those things where he's got to math out his swings and just see if he has it. I think he does attempt to go for game right here, but I don't think, I don't know, it might be the next turn after, but he tries, and yeah. So he attaches 2 to Zoro and swings. And I go ahead and get rid of the Big Mom. I let him take it. I have 2 cards in hand, not much. So he's gonna get a little board clearing going on. Swinging 5 at life. I go ahead and take it because I need more cards. I don't know if I have a Big Mom right now. Yep, I do. So I go ahead and play the Big Mom. I heal up. I get rid of that Hody so he can't rush me next turn. I swing 9. and he takes, and then I pass. So him being at no life, me being at 4, the game is kind of over. I have 2 cards in hand, I believe, so he's gonna swing big with Zoro. He's gonna load that Zoro up, I believe. He's really thinking about it, because this is a situation, having no life and knowing that you're gonna lose next turn if you don't end it now. It's just one of those things. So he's gonna attach 2 to the kid, swing 7 at life. I go ahead and counter out just to stay at the 4 life. That way I know all the rest of the swings are gonna be life swings. And I get some cards, you know. I'm trying to hopefully get 2k counters, get something big, you know, but I know I have a 2k counter with the Sanji coming up. I think I actually had another one, so I'm really just building my hand up to try to counter. Now if he would have, let's see, I know there was a situation, I think he takes these 2 Dawn back. If he would have probably attached these 2 Dawn to his Zoro, he might have got it. Yeah, I think he just went with 1. And I think I had the counter for it if he just did the 1. I forgot what he did. Or maybe he just didn't attach anything to it. Oh, so he attached that, and I think it's like a 9 swing that he was doing. So I went ahead and countered all the way out. Yep. So the Flampe, Sanjay, and Katakuri swing out. He passes turn. Swing 12, and GG's Brian. Alright, so this is my match against my homie Jeff. He is playing Boa Hancock. So we start off with the event searcher. I pick up a big mom. That's what we do. So I got 1 in hand. Now I know they play the pudding, which sucks, you know, because if they see you get those big moms and you got to shuffle your deck and you know, redraw a hand, it really hurts. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it hurts. I attach 3 to leader using leader effect, revealing a Sanji and Flampe. He takes a life, and I pass turn. So he's gonna swing 9 with Boa. I'm gonna go ahead and take that. Put a 2k in hand, not bad. Alright, we are at 6 Dawn. We're gonna play the Katakuri for the 6. Flip over the Flampe, ramp a Dawn. Put 6 on pudding, swing, use the leader effect. And he counters out of that. He's going to tap 6 for the Boa. He's going to freeze my Katakuri. Can't attack next turn, which is fine. I counter out of his 5 swing. And now we are at full power. Put the big mom down. Go ahead and trash life, gain life. I'm thinking he's going to play another Boa, but he actually plays like the red rock that bottom decks anything. So he goes ahead and uses that to bottom deck the big mom. Swinging 7 at life, I go ahead and take. I forgot what the card was. He's swinging big again with the Boa, and I just go ahead and take that. So we're going into my next turn. I do a leader check. He'll counter out. I'll do a 7 at life. He will counter out again, and we will play another big mom. Having big mom in hand just like gives you that security, man. It just makes you feel good. I have 7 in hand, or it's either 6 or 7. I think it's 7. So it's kind of situational for him. He knows I probably have the counter for whatever he's about to throw at me, and I have a big body. So he's going to play the Kaido to put a big body and draw 4 cards. That is a situation with when a blue deck is drawing 4 cards and they have about 9 to 10 in hand. You are definitely in a situation, so you just have to try to stay alive and make them use resources. That's just what I do. So I go ahead and counter out of that. I take the life on the next one. Not sure what it was. I'm sure it was a 2K. So I swing 7 at life. I want him to, you know, get some cards out of hand. I know he's not going to take that last life. So he uses the event with the Kaido, countering out. We're going to swing 5 at life. I forgot to attach a Dawn. He said it's fine to attach it. He was going to counter out anyways. Swing with Big Mom, drop the 9 Mom, return a Dawn, discarding the other Big Mom to heal. And we put Boa back into life just because I didn't want that swing next turn. I only have 3 life, and I just wanted to secure myself being healthy because if my board stays, I'll be able to get that Boa out of life pretty quickly and hopefully get a game-winning swing. Gonna red rock the Big Mom, which is fine. Leaving him at 4 Dawn. He's gonna swing 6. I'll counter out with the beige. He's going to swing 12 at life. I'll take. And then he plays the blocker Doflamingo. It'll let him rearrange his life and put him back at the top or the bottom. Alright, we drew for turn. Now I'm just thinking, okay, I gotta win the game now. He has a blocker on board. I think he has like 6 in hand, so I mean, it's gonna be a little difficult. Kind of just mapping out some Dawn on how I want to do it. So we swing 9 at life. Don't know if that was the best thing to do, but I figured he couldn't counter out of a 9, and if he did, I just literally halved his hand. So he goes and takes the Boa. I swing a 9 again, and he just doesn't have it. No counter, no nothing. Being very aggressive at the end of this was good, and throwing down those Big Moms was even better. Alright, let's go check out the next game. Alright, we got my boy Dalton playing the Calgara, the new leader from OP-08. So this is a full OP-08 matchup. And I lost the dice roll, so I am going second. I have the Searcher event. I get the Big Mom. It's all about getting that Big Mom, baby. And then I pass. I didn't have another Searcher. A pudding would have been clutch right here, but I just didn't have it. So I counter out. I know that this is a very aggressive match. I know that within seconds he is going to have a full board. And this is actually my first time ever playing against this deck. I've heard the rumors on how fast it can ramp up in characters, and I see it for the first time. Sorry, my camera was making a weird noise. Alright, so we're at 4 Dawn. I'm thinking on what I want to do. So it looks like I remember my hand was just kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie, it was just kind of bad. So I swung 9, and he takes the life, revealing a beige and a Bon Clay at the top of the life. Not the best. Was hoping to maybe see some big moms, but he is now at 5 Dawn. He's gonna swing 6 at life. I don't know if I take. I probably counter. Nope, I take. We got a 2K counter in hand, and he plays the Shira, I believe his name, or no, Ohm. Sorry, he plays the Ohm, plays the dog, which is holy, so it lets him play a card for free as long as it's holy. So I am now at 7 Dawn. I'm going to play the Katakuri, putting Bon Clay face down, ramp a Dawn. I'm gonna swing 5, which I probably should have swung the 7. There's a big mom to ramp up, but I do play the Viola to go ahead and look at his life. I was going to put all my life face down, but I look at his. I'm looking at these cards and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. So I put the trigger, I think, at the bottom. It was like Elthor or something. I was just like, I don't know what to adjust here. I probably should have just flipped my life back down, but I think I was going to go ahead and be at either 9 or 10 anyways after the Katakuri. Yeah, so if I was at 7, I'm now at 8, so I'll be at 10 next turn anyway. So putting the life face down really doesn't matter because I'm not using leader effect anymore. So he swings 6 and plays the... It's the card that everybody wants to get rid of. I think he's like 8k power. He gets cheated out, so he's a pretty big body. Sorry for the glare. And I counter out of every swing that he puts on me just because I'm at 2 life and he has 5 bodies on board. He plays the one that heals, so he's at 3, I'm at 2. We're at full Dawn, so we're definitely doing a big mom play on this one because I have to heal. So we swing 7 at, I think, one of the characters, and he rests and he plays Elthor to counter out of that. Swing 5 at the dog. He uses a 2K. Well, big mom. Heal, trash. It's just not looking too good for me, to be honest. This deck is very weak against, very aggressive decks. The new Animal Zoro is a big weakness. This deck is a big weakness. And honestly, Blue Dofi is a big weakness. Just because of the amount of bodies that they can just splash out very easily. It hurts. So we're going to try to counter out as much as we can. It's going to swing 6. I'm going to take the big mom. It's going to swing big on that one. I don't know if I have the counter, so I use the blocker. Going to swing big. He has that, and he has the one that heals, so he is now back at 3 life. I am at 0 life. Just not looking good at all. And I'm in a situation where it's like, do I clear board or do I do anything else? So I go ahead and just swing life because it looks like I'm doing a big mom play. He does a trigger that is, I guess, a searcher. Draw 2, trash 1. Oh, he does play the rush ace, by the way, which is wild. Just so much bodies that I have to answer. I probably should have went for board on this. I think that was my mistake, but me not playing the deck before, and this literally being the 3rd game of me ever playing pudding, it kind of threw me for a loop, I'm not gonna lie. So we swing 12 and try to just get rid of a body, and then we will play the 9 mom. So I didn't have a 10 mom in hand, and if you don't have a 10 mom in these situations, or maybe I did, Maybe I did. Okay, so my thought process was to heal with this one and send one back to life. Probably wasn't the best move. I was just thinking removal. This game was not for me. And yeah, it just didn't work. So he doesn't attach anything to that. He swings, I have to counter out. He swings 8 at life. I play the trigger, hoping to get a 2K. I get the 9 mom, that was my only target. Swings big, and yeah, I didn't have it. I had another big mom, so the reason I discarded the other big mom was because I had one. It just didn't work out for me, but all in all, losing only 1 game out of this very small locals, I felt pretty pleased with it. Especially coming from an L and just getting bodied every locals. I'm glad to actually have a deck that I can compete with and hopefully do better at my other tournaments. Alright, so that was my pudding deck. I really enjoy the deck. I think it's a lot more fun than an L. The only thing about it, it just really is not good in the very aggro decks, the big aggressive decks that are putting these bodies out and swinging. It's just not that good. So maybe we'll figure out something, or maybe we'll get support in the future that'll kind of help that out, because you can't play the Kingdom Comes, you can't play, there's not a lot of room to change out cards and everything, so it's kind of difficult. So we'll just see in the future how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated on my future local plays, and we'll see where we're at with that. Alright guys, if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. We'll have more videos out, more local gameplays. Go check out our other videos. A lot more coming from OP-08, and when the structure decks come out, it's going to be a crazy world, so you guys stay tuned for all that. Alright, see you guys later. Peace.